Hello everybody and welcome back to this edition of the Vapor Chronicles. Tonight we're going to take a look at the Tesla 160 watt TC Metal. This device was sent to me directly from Tesla for the purpose of this review, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've had a few days to vape on it, to take it through its paces, to get a good feel for it, and I'm going to teach you about it. I'm going to share with you what I think, and then we're going to take it for a vape. Alright, this is a 160 watt regulated 218650 in series temperature control advanced personal vaporizer. It has a beautiful carbon fiber finish, nice clicky responsive buttons, and a nice clear screen for reading all of your settings. I'm also going to give you a little sneak peek into a brand new tank that's going to be released very soon. It is from Smoke and it is called the TFV4, and that's what I have on here. I'm going to vape this in temperature control mode with a nickel build on the RBA, and I'm also going to vape it with the quad vertical coil that supposedly goes up to 140 watts. This is not going to be a review on the Smoke tank, but it's a little sneak preview embedded in this review. Alright, so let's do this. Before we vape it, let's dive in, let's break it down, let me show you everything up close, then we'll come back out and we'll take it for a vape. Alright, let's dive in. Here's the outside of the Tesla 160 watt TC mod. So let's open it up. Nice packaging, the metal 160 WTC. Slide the top off just like this. And inside your package, you're going to have your instructions and a couple bits of information you can look at. And this is a nice little feature. This could be used as a stand also for your mod if you want to. If not, you can just take it out and put it anywhere. It does stand up freely by itself. Just to give you an idea of size for this, I think most of you are familiar with the Sigelli 150 watt or 100 watt and 150 watt. So you can see here, very close in size to that. Tiny bit taller. But you know, comparably, it's almost identical. So that's what you're looking at: two 18650s, two 18650s. But this has a lot more features because it has temperature control, and it's more powerful by 10 watts if you have the 150, and if you have the 160 watts, more powerful. So there you go with that. So the outside of the device looks gorgeous, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let's run down some specs real quick. So the colors that are available are gray and black. The material is aluminum. The electrode is silver-plated copper. The dimensions are listed here. It uses two 18650 batteries in series. Output power is 7 to 160 watts. Maximum output voltage is 11 volts. Maximum output current is 32.6 amps. Atomizer resistance for nickel coils is 0.08 to 1 ohm. And for normal coils, it is 0.15 to 3.5, 7 to 160 watts, and 0.1 to 0.14 under 60 watts. Temperature regulation is in Fahrenheit, 200 to 600 degrees, and centigrade is 100 to 300 degrees. Okay. Now the look of the device, you can see you have your stainless steel threaded 510, nice and spring loaded. It says Tesla at the top here. Beautiful carbon fiber on the outside battery door cover and on the opposite side here. Perfect seams, nice and lightweight aluminum body. You have your airflow for venting at the bottom here. Your adjustments here for up and down, nice and clicky, a nice big firing button, and this is your OLED window. It does say 160 TC here, and to get inside you would just grab this little tab right here, and you can see that. Grab it with your fingernail and then pull up, and it comes off nice and tight. You can see there's 4 magnets in each of the corners, and they fit right in here nice and snug. Real clean, simple insides. You have your ribbon for removing your batteries. You have your spring-loaded battery contacts, and that's pretty much it for the inside. So let's put some batteries in here. You can see it's clearly marked. It says plus here and minus here, so we're going to put the plus against here first. Slide that in. Then we're going to put the minus here. Slide that in. And a nice clean finish. And we're going to put our battery door cover back on. And once it's in place, there's no rattles, no spacing issues. It's really, really high quality looking. Very impressive from Tesla. So to turn your device on, you want to hit this button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you are. So you're in your standard temperature control mode. Now you have your wattage, your temperature, and your resistance over here. The first thing we're going to do though is we're going to check and do a cotton burn test. Alright guys, so here is the nickel build that I have on the Tesla, and it is reading 0.15 ohms, and I have it set to 40 watts, 420 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's fire this up and see if it burns or if it does not. Alright, 3, 2, 1, fire. Still holding. And let's let go and let's take a look. And as you can see, it lightly toasted the cotton, but it did hold up to the test. Let's fire one more time. 3, 2, 1. Again, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, lightly toasted, no big deal, but it works. All right, so let's go back to the menu. Now your wattage adjustment is super fast. You're at 160 here, down, and you're all the way at 7 watts. So really fast. To get into your menu 5 times. So it's locked. Press the plus, similar to the DNA 40, press the plus and minus to change the temp. And you can see we're set at 451 degrees. We can go all the way up to 600 and then it turns off. Once it's off, you hit the fire button 5 times and you're in standard wattage mode. Okay, to go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold again. And 600 all the way down. Really fast for temperature adjustment. And it's kind of tricky because it's so fast, but you can go down to Celsius, and I read off what it can do before. So Celsius and Fahrenheit. A couple other features, if you want to go and make some adjustments. You can flip your screen by pressing the plus and minus buttons together, and it'll flip back this way. You can also lock in your power by holding the fire button and the down, or unlock by holding fire and down. And you can go into stealth mode by hitting the fire button and the plus, fire button and plus again to go out of stealth mode. And that is all in standard, the standard screen, not the lock screen. And it auto powers off, so you don't have to worry about doing that. The only thing you can do in the lock mode is set your temperature. All right. So let's zoom back out. Let's take this for a vape in the different modes, and I'll let you know what I think. All right, let's zoom out. All right, so there you go. It's really nice, well put together. Great job from Tesla. I'm impressed. A couple little issues, like for instance, the gap that you have here at the top where the 510 is. You know, it might be for heat dissipation, but I know other devices that I have don't have heat problems and they are flush. So I personally would like to have a flush connection. The only other thing is it does feel a little bit hollow. It's not that it feels low quality, but it just feels a little bit hollow when you push the buttons. It doesn't have that hard snap, a little movement of the buttons. But other than that, the fit and finish is spot on. It looks the part, and we're gonna find out right now if it vapes the part. I have this set to 140 watts, 0.17 ohms it's reading, 4.97 volts, and this is the highest firing, this is the highest wattage tank that I currently own, so that's what I'm going to use to test out the wattage section of the Tesla. All right, let's take it for a vape. So as you can see, this tank produces awesome vapor, awesome flavor, great airflow, and I even have the top open, or the top drip tip airflow completely closed because I don't even need it at 140 watts. The Tesla is keeping up mighty fine. It's firing instantaneously, the button is responsive. And even on those short pulls, you're getting a nice wet saturated vape. This is a vapor chucking tank on a potentially vapor chucking mod. As long as you use high drain, high amp, rechargeable 18650 batteries, you should be fine. You want to make sure this is not a beginner device. This is a very powerful advanced personal vaporizer, so you want to make sure you understand Ohm's law, learn about building, learn about battery safety, and protect yourself. Now there is protection built in, which is a nice plus, but you still don't want to go around vaping at 140 watts without understanding what you're doing. Best case scenario, you get a horrible dry hit, which I'm happy I didn't for my own self-respect and your respect, but you know, on this channel, anything is possible. Let's do this. Let me pause the video. Let me pop another tank with a nickel build on it, and then we'll take it for a vape and I'll let you know what I think. All right, so I have a nickel build. It is in the RBA, it's a single coil, and it's reading right now 0.08 ohms, and I have this set to 520 degrees, and I'm gonna vape this at 50 watts. All right, so let's take it for a vape. This does a really good job at regulating the temperature. I'm not getting that heavy pulsing sensation that you get from a lot of devices that I've used in the past. It gives you a nice, wet, saturated vape, and it fires and ramps up rather quickly for the temperature control. I'm really happy with it. I mean, I haven't had any problems with connectivity. The spring-loaded 510 works really well. And, you know, it's a really nice device. It is big, so beware. You saw in the up close. But it has two 18650s, and that's a good thing. So, you know, there's different sizes of vapes for different vapors. There's lots of options, lots of choices, lots of temperature control devices. This is definitely a nice one and is on my list of ones that I personally enjoy. So if you're interested, you can contact Carolyn for this temperature control device. All right, guys, so that's it. Beautiful looks, carbon fiber, nice finish, nice screen, great battery life, and temperature control that works. Plus, you can vape up to 160 watts. Not many complaints here. I'm not the kind of person that likes to vape at 140, 150, 160 watts, but if you're out there, you do. It's going to fire down to 0.15 ohms, which is a really nice resistance for Kanthal builds, and 0.08 for nickel builds, which is really good for nickel. The Tesla 160 watt TC metal reviewed right here on the Vapor Chronicles.